Welcome to another episode of the Real Earl Show. My name is Eugene and I'm here with
Um, Joseph got good heart, Kwashe Colecraft, aka the baby. That's what
aka the baby.
people calls me with.
He was an experienced motor rider until
Every year, over 50,000 people get involved in a motorcycle accident. On 13th January 2024 at 10:34 p.m., Joseph Colecraft unfortunately became one of the people to be involved in a motorcycle accident.
and now he's here to educate young riders. Do you still consider yourself as an experienced motor rider?
Not that really. See, we have people on roads who have uh do the riding on these roads for long, let's say a period like 10, 15 years or so. But then when we talk of experience, they ain't having. We have people as such too. So I wouldn't consider myself as experienced, but then what I know and what I've experienced is what I'm about to discuss with you. That's how it is.
Right. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Okay, so way back I completed the SHS. Let's say it's about 4 years. Let's say 3 to 4 years now.
Right. Do you have a license?
I'm not having a license.
Why don't you have a license?
Just that uh I do buy the motor without even licensing the motor or like registering the motor. That's how it is. So to what extent should I go in for a license? Just that for a personal reason, that's why I'm not holding a license or rather registering my motor.
But you do know that's illegal, right?
That's illegal. I know for sure. But then the places that I was using motorcycles wasn't a place that there were cops or any police around that would hold me responsible as. And you know Ghana here, we just get to the barrier, they ask of coins, then we pass without them noticing we either have or not a license.
But you do know that's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing. But then I ain't having time per se, sake of how my work is and the places that I do travel to. So it's a time factor. That's
Right.
the ultimate something that I'm not having alliances and also not being able to register my motor.
Will you
But
get
I
one in the
feel it.
future?
No, for now I can't tell if I'll be having a motorcycle or not from now. But then if it gets to the due time to just have a motorcycle, me just being free for now, a lot of time to do such. So that's for the future time. Then we get there, we know the kingdom manner that we're going to take that aspect through.
Right. Did you ever drive reckless on the road?
Reckless. We're speaking of reckless. I'm not a reckless driver.
Are you
A
sure?
rider, sorry, I'm not a reckless rider. I don't take risk on road. Saying for my riding I'll be on road, just that the motor is convenient, so
Mhm.
and it needs a narrow road to just
Operate.
have operate the distance on. But then I will just look aside saying there's no car ahead. Then if it's an overtaking something that I will do, I do. But let's say in case of me meeting another car on the other hand, saying this small cute road I'll be able to pass through, I wouldn't take that risk too. But then if the road is upright, let's say no car in front, no car at the back, that the road is in, then I have the gas to accelerate whatever acceleration that I want to go.
What's the highest top speed you have ever done?
Actually, let's I can't tell for now, but then let me put it this way. Taking a motorcycle that was using this early stage before this my accident, I will just um travel, let's say with a speed of 50 kilometer per hour. But then people aside will say it's about 50. See, say the motor is having a supercharger in it, so you gassing it or accelerating it to that 50, people around will just know that it's not 50 that's acceleration you're going.
Because of the noise.
It's not because of the noise, but then that supercharger is something that's invented in. It's that supercharger is not telling the exact speed that you're going. It will tell
Ah, okay,
you
okay.
you're going 50 kilometer per hour, but then an experienced man or person alongside the road will just guess the speed and say it's about 50. That's how it is.
Right, so your highest speed is 50
Not
kilometers.
not that 50
Ah, okay, I
kilometers.
understand what you are saying,
Yes,
but
but at times I go 120, 130, 140. Yeah,
really.
speed up. Yes.
And how many accidents have you had?
Oh, let's see. I've had like 3 good accidents with none being my fault of it.
Really?
Yeah, so this issue should bash me off from riding a motor. But then, so now, if you just put on a car and a motor, I will just choose car, providing it's having a match money is required to be bought rather to compared to that of motor. But then I love motor to car.
Right. The last one that happened, can you
Mhm.
describe it?
Okay, so as I said earlier, that none of them was my mistake. The last one, I traveled long way from Ekropon to Sunyani. Yeah, I do travel long distances with moto. Not that usual motos like these boxes, then Apsonics that people will be going here like playing
Yeah.
on, no, not such motors that I'm speaking of. But then I was using this Yamaha um new moto. Like I can't give a full description of it. See, say I was on the road to Takwa from Sunyani to Ekropon. I just paged, then have a time to rest. So the following morning, not the following morning, yes, the following morning, uh, I took in mind that I'll be coming to Takwa for my 1 or 2 something, but then time didn't permit me. So the time that I had time to just continue my journey, it was far late. And I personally advise myself not to take that risk to travel, but due to 1 or 2 things, let's say personal reasons, I need to just travel. So on my way, I got to a point in time that was I saw a car, colored red on the road, and I did an overtaking. So I was in front of the car. So the kind of speed I was going, the car too wants to show me the rider that the car too has power in acceleration, so wants to just overtake me, but then wasn't given that chance because the kind of acceleration that I was having was not as compared to that of the car. So as my motor being a big motor, we got to a curve that you see such big motors don't have a steer.
Yeah,
You need
right. The
to
handling.
lean
Yeah.
before you capture the whole speed. So I just tapped on brake, have a slow ride, then decided to negotiate the curve. So in the course of negotiating the curve, the driver behind took it as an advantage, trying to overtake me. So in the course of overtaking, um, a car too just pooped up. So reducing the accident risk between that car behind me trying to do the overtaking versus the one coming, he has to just swerve the accident by coming to my lane, then hitting me with the side mirror, then the bonnet side. Yeah, so hitting me. So I fell off the motor, then entered the bush with no lights. That's a street with no lights. Let's say a bush road. That's how it is. And unfortunately, the driver too didn't take the time coming out to check up on me, and he went. So uh, quickly with blood overflowing in my dresses and other stuff, I just tried to put the motor back to stage, then follow the driver.
Wow.
Yes, I didn't know what came in mind, but then
Did you ever catch the driver?
no, I made an attempt to follow him, but I couldn't follow because the time that I spent, you see, it's a big motor. The time that
Yeah.
I spent bringing the motor back to life, then sit on, there were this trailer who went to that roadside in his returns, he came and meets me on the road and was like, hey, stop, like what's going on, what am I trying to do, see blood oozing all over me, but then trying to just pull up the motor, why, what's wrong? And I explained things to him. So no, I need to just attend to the medical center so that they do diagnose me, then do things well for me rather to changing the motor. And in the course of having a conversation, you see this long track is not convenient.
Yeah.
So there was this pickup car to shout out to them. I don't know them, and since from them haven't met them, I don't even know their whereabouts. They were traveling to Accra. So in the course they found this trailer on the road, and they also decided to stop and ask of this is, so the trailer drivers explained things to them, and they were like, oh, the pickup is much convenient as compared to the trailer, so I should rather join the pickup to attend to the hospital. rather than the trailer. So they switched off the motor engine I was sitting on, then put the motor alongside the bush and put me at the bucket of the pickup because people were in. I can't use my oozing blood to just, so I accepted the fact to lean down at the bucket of this thing, pickup. So before me getting to the pickup, now I felt like I'm getting down. I myself knew
You were
that
getting weak.
yes, I'm getting weak, like dying. Yeah, you see that feeling. I was unconscious by then, like going down. So I was raised up to the pickup, then first to Bogoso Government Hospital. Unfortunately, we got there. They told me you can't do nothing about this. This accident, this I'm having, this my mouth upper is very serious. So I'll be transferred to Takwa New Government Hospital. They haven't much equipment that they can use to do such adjustment on my face. But if they also are not able to do, then they transfer me to either G or that great hospital that they can do surgery to me. So I say, okay, no problem. So I transferred to Takwa New Government because the doctors there at Bogoso Government Hospital said they can't do anything about it. So they gave me water, like they placed water in me just to refill the blood that I've lost. And I got to New Government Hospital. They placed machines on me, sorry, and they started stitching my face. So I was there unconscious. Then they do stitches more. Then they tap me. Hey, are you fine? I say, yeah. They will be thinking the doctors thought I was dying slowly. So they always want to prompt me, then get to know if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm well. So how they were doing, I decided not to even sleep, and I opened my eyes with these stitches going on. I suffered a whole lot. But since from that time till now, haven't even, let's say, regretted having such, like, not even a tear, not even a drop of tear. Since from the time that I had an accident till now, I haven't regretted. It's because the kind of something that I was coming to do here in Takwa. If it happened, the case that I was able to catch here, I would have gotten plenty profit of it. So why should I regret having such? You see, and earlier I've told you, say, I'm a type that I don't regret. I take risk, unplanned and planned risk altogether. It's source, it's source. If you don't source, you don't source. So that's how all these things came about.
Right. So at that moment, during the accident, right when it happened, you didn't feel anything.
Oh,
What was going through your mind? How did you feel?
at a point in time, the time that I was in the bush, like blood, like suffering, I was even smiling. I was, so how? Why? Like it's not my fault, but then the driver too did. So he intentionally did it or what? So I was even smiling in head, whereas the blood too were flowing.
Wow.
Yes.
During your recovery process, how long did it take?
Um, it took like, let's say I was kept in what, like, let's say 5 to 6 months.
5 to 6 months.
Yeah, let's say 5 to 6 months.
How did it affect you and your family members and friends?
It didn't affect me than my family members and friends though. But then the aspect that affected my family, especially my mother, was like she thought I was dead by then too. So emotional stress
Wow,
is
yeah.
number one point because she was mad at me, like traveling a whole distance at night. But then I'm the one that they need to just focus first, so no charge. Need to recover first before, and after recoveries too, they didn't give any charge because I was on my own. See, say with this hard work of mine that I do and me, and they know that I'm a hard worker too, though. So they know that it was a job mission that I wanted to accomplish that it didn't come true. I made them know what I was about, and they took it in mind that I'm right. So that's how it is, and ultimately and most especially, my life matters. So that's how it is. And the course too, I lost my gold too. That particular something, that gold that I was coming here to just work on to gain more profits. In the course too, I lost it. So what's the sense of me traveling from there to here? But then I said earlier, if I got to this place, then finish with whatever process that I want to do, a lot of profit would have made.
Wow. So during your recovery process, the only thing that was affected was your business.
I didn't took my business as a whole into consideration.
But you said it yourself that because of the accident, you couldn't do what you wanted to do
Yes,
here.
but what I'm trying
So
to
you
say
lost
is
profit.
yes, and a whole capital too.
So it affected your
It
business.
didn't affect my business.
How?
The reason I'm saying it didn't affect my business is whatever thing that I do, see, it's a full risk that I take. Either it's going to source or it's not going to source. And I'm a kind of person, whatever that I touch with my hand, it will source.
Yeah.
It didn't affect me that time. Sick of life matters. So are you going to watch yourself die, then keep the gold to yourself, then other people will just come for it? Or you're going to lose that such business capital, then be alive?
Did it affect you emotionally?
Emotion, no.
How?
That's
How?
why I'm saying I'm a kind of person that like I don't regret on such issues saying no, it didn't affect me emotionally. Just I was surprised, but emotionally no. But like it will lead me to taking drugs. See say I'll be thinking of it leading me
Depression,
no,
no anxiety, no PTSD, no nightmares.
no nightmares, nothing. I didn't even dreamt of it. See say no, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's me.
That's very nice. Anyway, what have you learned from the experience so far
The experience that I've learned,
about the whole
the whole thing
accident
that's
and
accident and stuff. See, you can be a good rider, not a perfect rider. No one is perfect, and you can't be a perfect rider because you can do a reckless something on road that people get to know you ain't right, but in your mind and conscience, you think "Hey, you are right, you are hard, so you ain't perfect, just that you are good." So have
yeah.
you thought of the kind of person who is a reckless driver going here and there, raising up motors, doing all sort of nonsense on roads? This can happen to you, but if nature favors you, if God favors you, don't think you are the best rider on earth. We have plenty of people decades ago who were riders that are nowhere to be found today. Not that it's that motor accident or whatever that, or the motor machines that killed them. No. So I can't tell anything about my experience.
What advice would you give to any motorcycle rider out there?
Um, I can't use mine to influence you to do good on road. But the advice that I will be giving these motor riders is for them to be cautious. Then just stop. Not that they should reduce, but stop reckless
Driving,
riding.
riding, yeah.
Reckless riding. They should stop. See me being on my path without riding reckless. See what has happened to me. So what of you riding reckless? So if you ride reckless and you are safe, don't think you are the best, but you are favored. It's God who is carrying you through.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
You see, nowadays our young riders, they'll be doing really then some risky stunts on the road.
I can tell you not to do so, but if I tell you not to do so and you continue doing, I have no say. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have no say. You can do whatever that you want to do, but I will just tell you, Charlie, this. So you see my face? You see my face? Okay. So beware. I will just tell you. So if you go in there, then face your whatever it is, then you take it to yourself. If it succeeds for you, then what you're doing on road are nice too. Then people will be rewarding you with a lot of gifts and rewards. Take it to yourself. That's how it is. That's
And
how
in
it is.
overall, what are some things you are grateful for after the accident?
Things I'm grateful for. Just I'm still alive.
You are still alive.
Yeah. People out there you say, hey, this or something has affected your face. So it's normal. This is nothing. So what if it got to a point in time they cutting one of my leg off or one of my hands off?
Yeah,
See, I've taken
nice.
it to myself. Accident that I fell off from motor to the bush, having no injury on my body, but then here only should tell you that there is God. Because it was on a highway too. Bogos to Takwa Highway. See, so that's how it is. But yes, so I do love motorcycle.
Really?
Yes,
But you said you won't ride again.
I didn't say I won't ride again. I'm saying I can't tell if in the future time I will have one for myself or not. That's the future time.
Right.
Yes,
Wow. And I
sure.
think we are done for today's episode. My name is Eugene once again, and I'm here with the baby.
Yeah, the $1 billion baby. Also, the baby that Joseph got good heart, Kwashi Colecraft. But then the chapter of the baby has closed, so the name is Outer Lane. So the following time that we in back settled enough, we'll be in with different name. But as my name goes, Joseph Good Heart, Kwashi Colecraft. That is it. That's what I was born with. So the baby was just a chapter of me.
He's a whole vibe.
Sure,
I think we are done for today's episode. Please
sure.
like, subscribe, and
More
share.
likes, more subscriptions so that we get higher. We do educate people on the experience that we're going through. See, say we having people out there that are having much more experience and know a lot past what we know for now.
Yeah,
But then not that what we are saying is the truth of the matter we're discussing, but what we've gone through is what we're discussing.
yeah.
So if you watching this and it's got to a point that you weren't getting me clear to say this is a lie, this is a true, I cannot. See, say what I've seen is what I'm discussing. So whatever and how you take it is up to you. Just say you just take the info out, then take your advice from it. But then I can't advise you on what to do and not to do. That's the only brief something that I have to say on this.
Right. We are done. Ride safe out there. Thank you. See you next time.
Well.